So before we start, I feel like we should address the filter in the room. I'm only assuming that the video version of this fun moment that we're having will have a filter, because I recently had a chemical peel done.
Yeah.
So just in case I look really botched, there might be a filter on.
You look really good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you, but I don't know yet.
I have 40% of my face covered.
I love that you're wearing sunglasses.
I brought a hat too, just in case I'm going all out.
It's because I told Cheli, what if we just did like a noir version?
Noir version? Dude, I'm so here for that.
And so she brought props, which
I brought props.
Sunglasses and a hat.
Dude, I know. I am so ready for this shit because crime doesn't stop.
No.
And it doesn't even stop in the book talk community.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, have you heard of Gotham? It just keeps on fucking going.
I know, but even Gotham is like, fuck, you hear what's happening in the book talk community?
Circling it back. Dude, do you remember that whole situation with Kiara Lewis and the hockey team? How she and other people, not just her, were overly sexualizing hockey players, real ones, because of the hockey romances that were popping off.
Now sitting with that one, how do you feel about that?
I still feel like lines were crossed.
Yes.
But I don't follow her, so I'm not sure.
I think it's just kind of weird that it became drama. Mm-hmm. I feel like the hockey players going like, I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she had to respond personally.
I think she could have just said, oh, sorry about that. And then not doing that again. And that's it.
Yeah, that could have been it. But no. Well,
because I remember there were articles written about Kiara Lewis.
Yeah, but I feel like there's going to be history written.
History?
Thank you. With Callie Reed's legal name, California Reed.
No way.
No. So Callie Reed's.
Could be. I don't know.
Callie Reed's. She, from what I know, because honestly, I don't know everything. I'm digesting. Mm-hmm. But from what I know, it doesn't really look that good for her.
Yeah.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
She is...
We might even be late on this, I think.
No, it's like in the midst of happening right now.
Oh, really?
So Callie Reed's, a long time ago, around the time Book Talk was popping off a lot during COVID. I might be butchering this. If I am, I'm sorry. But I do know around a time that she was popping off, she started to ask, like she had her wish list up. So people would get
Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I heard about this.
So she had people buying her books, but with the books that people would buy her because of the support that they showed her, she was basically like, books I'm never gonna read, and she would hold up the physical copies
and tear it apart
of books that people got her. I don't know if she actually tore it apart, but
that's what I heard. I'm not 100% sure, but I think she would say. Because I remember another thing that made her look bad was that she wouldn't even read the books. Yeah. She would just say, oh, it has these tropes or these things that I don't like, so I'm not going to read it.
No, yeah. And even she would even write reviews on books that she never read. She would talk about shit that wasn't even in the book.
Really?
And it's like...
I didn't know that.
It's a little presumptuous of you to think, you can read this book by its cover. Hello?
Well, she did. What if she was just taking reviews from her friends and was like, you know what, I'm going to piggyback on that and write my own version, but add a little bit more spice.
What it seems, she lost a lot of her online friends when they started seeing the type of person she was, because even before Book Talk, she was doing this thing, like using people in the small business community.
Oof.
So she was getting small businesses and saying, hey, I could promote you if you give me money and some of your stuff, and I'll talk about you. And then they'd be like, okay, here's $600. Here's a few of my things. And then she would ghost them.
But then also indie authors would reach out. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I completely cut off your joke.
You did cut off my joke, but go on. She would actually ghost them. Crazy.
Cheli has a hat on that says actual ghost.
Thank you.
It's perfect, honestly. But yeah, so indie authors would reach out to her and say, hey, can you review my book? And they would pay her.
No, but she would tell them. Like, they wouldn't reach out to her. She'd reach out to them and be like, hey,
Oh, really?
I see your book. A lot of potential here. I'll talk about it. Just give me money. And I'll do, like, I think she only promised, like, one post. But she wouldn't even read the book and never talk about it.
That's so sad.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
And I feel like they were probably just, like, anxiously waiting. Because she apparently has a really big following, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like we should have done more research, but
no, I feel like I know
time.
No, I feel like I know a lot. She left the small business community having millions of followers because she knew that she could monopolize what was happening on TikTok with books. So she took advantage of that. And after people started calling her out for her shit, she I think she made her comments like, you can't comment on her videos anymore. And she made a video and she was like, I have an announcement to make, guys. I'm writing a book.
It's probably going to be AI generated.
And but she says that she's 15 chapters in and it's a really good book.
Really?
Yeah.
Was this recent?
I think it was like a month ago. I believe so, or a few weeks ago. But it's funny because I was thinking, what if we reach out to her and be like, hey, sounds like a good idea. So here's the plan. We'll talk about your book if you give us, I don't know, like $600.
Maybe like
we copy and paste her
$1,000 just for
I don't know. With 1,200, there is two of us, so you're getting double.
Yeah, double the humor, double the fun.
Yeah, but because both of us are talking at the same time, our videos are going to be half the amount of time. You get it. You get it.
And then also compare a TikTok post to us where we post like
okay.
an hour. No, I mean like an hour long video of us just yapping.
Love that shit. Actually, Callie, we won't talk about your book, but there will be about it.
We won't mention it.
But you know what shit we can always promise? Even if we don't talk about the book at all, we do. We try. At least we fucking read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
good doing business.
That's the bare fucking minimum for a book podcast.
Dude, I know. I can't imagine me coming here and being like
or even like a book. I should specify like a book reviewer. Like your whole thing is to review books.
Yes.
Then read the fucking book.
Yes.
Callie, what the fuck? What really hurts me though is her taking money from people who, I mean, it seems like she had a really big reach. So, would depend on her one post to reach a big audience.
And it's so hard doing something creative. Like being an author is not something, you don't have the luxury of having a lot of money. 600 could be someone's rent. That's fucking crazy. And you don't even get what you were promised.
Or
so it's just, it sucks. And I don't know if she's going to get any better, but it like boggles my mind. 'Cause I'm just like, fuck, someone can be that like heartless. Like there are people over here that are just trying to make the community of books a community. And you're over here trying to take from that community.
Yeah.
And now she's writing a book.
I wonder how she even has any followers still.
I don't know. I feel I've never seen any of her videos, but I feel like she's a very likable person. So,
we follow her after this.
I know.
Hey, you're looking for someone to review that book?
We're here. The book fix. Dude.
I don't think we will.
No, of course not. I would never want to support that lady if that's what she's doing. I do feel like there are going to be people writing reviews about her book and not even having read it.
Review bombing?
Yeah.
But you know what? That's karma. So, well,
yeah.
I wish I had sunglasses. Oh.
I just really hope that whatever happens, she at least takes this moment to reflect like, oh, I've been shitty. I hope so. I try to find the good.
Yeah.
But but who knows?
But who knows, honestly.
You know what? I feel like I have enough. I don't want to talk about crime anymore.
Well, we have to. Then we have to talk about a couple of crimes that have been committed. Cheli.
Yeah.
Do you think...
word this correctly?
I'm trying really hard. Okay.
Okay.
So do you think, let's say you're at, a bar. Someone goes up to you and they're like, "Oh my God, birthday twin," and then you happen to have a podcast. Oh well, you do have a podcast, so
Look at that.
we're not lying.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, have you thought about just having? What about me? Would you have me on your podcast? Do you think that could fix your life?"
I mean, that sounds pretty good. So yeah.
But crimes are committed, though.
Oh. Wait, I like the first part though, so still yeah.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time. I'm your host, Yajaira.
And I'm your host, Cheli. I'm going to be slowly getting drunk in this episode.
Oh, I love that.
I want to feel this in my elements. I'm one with the earth right now.
Drinking modelos again.
Having a chelada.
So I do want to say that listening to this was an experience. I really love how immersive the audiobook is, because we listened to it on Everend. Well, I did.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay. Like, it had different qualities of sound depending on who was speaking and what it was for, because then there were like reports going on the situation of what happens. Don't worry, we'll get there. And it also had like little like songs, like little sound audios. So I thought that was fun.
Yeah, the quality would change. Sometimes people would be speaking from a distance and you would feel that. I thought it was really good. And
Footsteps.
I'm so happy with where audiobooks are going right now, because it's so much more immersive when the person reading it like puts in their whole ussy. Like, they're over here. It says they scream and she fucking screams. Like, I'm here for that shit.
Even if I get a little scared.
I
think it's great.
Dude, okay, I know we usually do this at the end. Spookometer for me was pretty high.
Really?
I would listen to this when I was driving, and there's I'm gonna butcher this. There was like little music that would play for the podcast. It'd be like, and I
was my God, yeah.
I'm over here trying to get gas, and I'm so scared, dude.
Yeah, it was
off the charts.
It was definitely scary.
Okay,
which is so funny because this is more so a thriller than a horror read, but it's still very creepy.
Yes, and by the way, what book are we talking about?
Well, before we say it, we are a podcast where we spoil the important parts of the book, but we also like to add a little bit extra, Yeah. We sometimes say things that aren't necessarily in the book, but they're in the book. Like, they're in the book. Trust me. Read between the lines.
I like how we just came for Callie reads at the beginning for making shit up. And you were like, no, we make shit up. No, you don't get it, because we understand the essence of the character. Like, I know the character. For example, if you watched our Blood of My Monster episode, I know the characters weren't really doing 1,000 push-ups to get ready for the war. But they kind of were though. You know what I mean?
She could barely do like 10 though.
She got to 11. Don't even fuck with me. She got to 11.
So we're finally talking about None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. And this book is very, very popular.
I had never heard of this book before.
Really?
But after having read it, I feel like I see it everywhere now.
Dude, I've seen this book everywhere for a while. But this is our first book of this author too.
Is she a well-known author?
Yes.
Dude, oh my God. Okay. I'm in it. So this story is a compilation of several events. It's events that are currently happening in the lives of our two main characters. It's events that were captured in a podcast, events that were captured in a Netflix series, and then interviews with people affected by what the main event was. So there is a lot of story coming from different people, and it's kind of hard, because if you're like me, I'm naive as fuck, and I'm over here like, all y'all, I trust every single one of you. You would never lie to me. I know that.
Dude, that was literally me when I was starting this book. And because at the start of the book, Josie goes to a pub and she's with her old ass husband, Walter.
Yeah, and Josie is, by the way, our main character.
Mm-hmm. And I believe she's turning 42?
45.
45. And then at this exact moment, Alix, which is the second main character, she walks in with like a whole group of friends and her husband. And she has like, I don't remember if it was like a tiara or like a sash or something that made it obvious that it was her birthday also. And then I think on the cake, it said 45.
Yeah.
And Josie was just like taken aback, like, oh my God, my birthday twin. And we're literally the same age.
And then her old ass husband is like, huh?
Oh,
What?
¿Qué?
¿Qué is this?
Dude, he was old as fuck. Very
Okay, turning up his hearing aid.
very gross.
What? Oh my gosh. So yeah, she's like, I think we have the same birthday. It's like, no, Jojo. It could just be a coincidence.
Yeah.
It's the weekend. Her
It's
birthday
a
could've
Saturday.
been- Then she's like, no, and she sounds in the audiobook, she sounds like a very timid person.
Exactly. And so that's what I wanted to mention about you saying that you're naive. Dude, I'm naive. Because this whole time I was like, oh my God, they're going to be best friends. They're going to be best friends. I can't
I'm
wait.
excited. So Josie is like, she feels this shift in her life because even her going out to the pub
Was a big thing.
was a big thing because she had been living such a, I forget the word that I want to use.
Routine?
Yes, she has been living by this routine where nothing in her life is exciting anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And she realized, like, I have a little bit of money and my husband asks me every birthday what I want. I always just say wine and a movie, but I want to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go to this pub, and when she sees
Alix.
when she sees Alix, she's like, I feel like this is my moment.
Yeah.
So she sees Alix get up to go to the restroom. Sorry, this is in England, right? The loo.
Yeah. Thank you.
And
Queen.
she goes over, and when Alix is washing her hands, I think she pretends to wash her hands, and then she's like, hi, I'm your birthday twin.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly how it starts.
Alix is so nice.
She's too nice, honestly, because
her.
Alix is a very successful podcaster. And at the moment, she's closing in on this section that she's been doing that's been doing really well, where she interviews women who are very successful. You know, they've gone through hardships and they're very successful at the, you know, afterwards. And so she's kind of been at a rut. Like, what do I do next? Like, she's kind of not like losing the spark, but she's hitting like a wall. Like, she doesn't know what to do in her podcast.
Yeah.
And it's not like, I don't think she's the one who thinks of it, right? It's Josie. Because nothing is brought up in this moment.
No, this moment is very fleeting because as soon as it starts, it's over because Alix's sister comes in, and then it's just kind of like, oh, that's my birthday twin. Okay,
Bye. See ya.
and she doesn't even say bye. It's Josie that goes like, bye then, toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Oh my God.
And she leaves.
Do they
and
say toodaloo?
I don't know. Okay, so then Alix is like, bye, birthday twin, and so she leaves. Or sorry, Josie leaves, and Josie's like, that was the most exciting thing in my life, and I'm 45. That's sad.
Yeah.
Okay. And she goes home, and she's living a really sad life. And like I said, I believe this woman. She could tell me anything, and I'd be like, you're right, queen. She is living in a life where her husband is so fucking old. Oh my God. Man just sits and watches football.
Yeah.
Fucking hearing he can't
One
fucking hear
foot
anything.
in the grave.
Yeah, dude, for real. Every cough is concerning with this man. So I fucking can't. You know those people that have like those really concerning snores and they like stop for a bit and you're like
You're like, hello?
and I'm like, oh my God, thank fucking God. Dude, him but with coughs and snores. You know what? I just feel like this man is like you said, one step into the grave. But he's still kicking.
Yeah. And then I think in this moment, she also brings up that they have a daughter.
Yeah.
Erin.
And she walks up to her door.
Kind of like caresses the door. Like,
yeah,
is today the day that I'm going to go in? No, not today.
But she is looking at the door and there is jars next to the door that are empty. And it's just kind of assumed like she's putting food into these jars. So she picks up the jars and then she puts like 2 fingers on the door and kisses the door.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, okay, leaves. That's really it. Maybe Tuesday. Like, I don't know.
Maybe Tuesday.
But she just has this really sad life where I feel like she's lost control of it, or she's let things go on for too long, that this is her new normal.
Yeah.
So I forget how she knew that Alix's name was Alix Summer. I don't know if Alix told her her first and last name.
I don't remember. I think she might have overheard it.
But she Googles her and finds out about her podcast and listens to every single episode. And she's like, oh my God, powerful women. But the powerfulest, Alix, my girl, my birthday twin. So she's over here like, I want another moment like that moment we had in the bathroom, like where I felt like change was going to happen.
Yeah, there was definitely a spark there.
Yeah.
Only with her, though. I don't even think Alix thought about her.
No, dude, I don't think so either. So I forget where they meet again. But it's not a coincidence.
In the school, right? Wasn't Alix dropping off her kids at
school?
Yeah. Because she had young kids.
And Alix had also posted a picture of her kids wearing the uniforms. And Josie was like, oh, my own girls. I can't hold that accent for so long. But she was like, my girls also went there. What if I just happen to take a little walk with my 2-inch dog, Freddie? My little 2-inch, my pomchi, dude.
You sneeze at him, he blows away.
I know. You talk about concerning coughs. This fucking dog, dude. Don't even, if you tell him to sit a little too loud, he'll fucking die.
Yeah.
It's one of those fucking
The
dogs.
nervous dogs.
Yes. So she takes her little 2-inch pomchi, is walking it with a floss. And then crashes into Alix. And she's just like, I don't know if she talks first or Alix talks first, but it's just kind of like, oh my gosh, yeah, I remember you. And Josie's like, this is kind of a little weird, but
she tells her if she can meet her at her work,
at my job, and
that she really wants to talk to her about something important, but she can't do it there for some reason.
I think it's kind of funny that Alix was like, this bitch a little weird, but the podcaster in me, the good episode, the monetization of that.
She's like, the journalist in me who just wants to ask questions.
Yes.
She really just wants to go just for the tea.
Yeah. I don't blame her. So
I don't blame her, but like she shouldn't have done it.
So she works at like a stitching alteration type sewing place, whatever.
Yeah, because she tells Alix, bring whatever you want altered and I'll sew it for you.
Yeah. So Alix comes and Josie's basically like, I have a proposition for you. You always talk about women that have made it, like women who have fixed their lives, but you ever think about broken bitches?
No, she says, have you ever thought of maybe following a woman who is on her way of being successful, who is on her way of, fixing her entire life? Like, doesn't that seem interesting to you? And I don't remember why Alix is like, yeah, I'm down.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? That sounds like a great idea.
It's funny because anytime she describes Josie, she's like, something about her is just fucking sad. I love it. I love that shit.
I thought it was so sad how Alix's husband Nathan was like, oh, she's so ugly, like she's so plain looking, and Alix would defend her and be like, no, I think she's pretty.
She's pretty. And I think at that moment in the alteration place in her job, she even goes like, oh wait, she actually is kind of pretty. Like she has something about her that's very like alluring. Whatever. So
and imagine if Josie knew that Alix thought she was pretty, she'd probably be fangirling. She'd be like, oh my god, she thinks I'm pretty.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up, Alix. So
whoa, that's good.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Of course, Alix agrees to Josie, this sad sack being on her podcast. She's like, I can start something new and we can name it Hi, I'm your birthday twin, because that's cute as shit. But
she does also tell her, well, I mean, I need to know if you even have a plan. Like what is your end date of, what does this look like? you're going to fix your life, but when should I be expecting this life to be fixed?
Yes, exactly.
Which she can't even tell her.
But from what I understood, just let me know if I'm wrong. While they were filming the podcast, she wasn't posting anything yet, right? It wasn't till the very end.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because it was until the other lady kind of jumped in and helped her post. Okay.
Yeah.
So she is doing this experimentally and is like, let's just see if this works. We'll just have a conversation. Dude, Josie's story.
So Josie starts off by explaining that she met her old ass husband Walter when she was, I think, 13,
and he was 42.
Oh my god.
Dude, man already had back problems by that time. Hello?
That man had a whole ass family.
This man was healing from scoliosis. He had his fucking, he was wearing his back brace. Oh, but I heard he was hot. I like how I say it. Like, I heard from a friend.
I heard from a friend,
that he was hot.
From a friend. Yeah.
Not an excuse.
Of course not. But I don't remember how she explained that he was involved in the family or, was in the
He was
circle.
a construction worker and working on the estate that the mom was trying to fix.
Oh, okay. So then she says that they kind of like strike up a conversation. And then they like go out and he puts vodka in her drink.
In her 16th birthday. Yeah.
And then it wasn't until she was 18 when she was like, oh, we're getting married to the mom. The mom had no idea until she was 18, but stuff was already happening before that.
Can I just say, you skipped something that I really wanted to talk about. When she first brought up her old ass husband, Walter, is that his name?
Yeah, Walter.
That sounds like an old name.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that man was born old.
Some 27-year-old named Walter watching this is like,
he's like, fuck.
When she first brought up Walter, she described it as like, I want to get back the freedom I had. The freedom you have when you're a teenager and what all men want from you, and all it takes is you giving them consent. That power is what I want. Dude, that would have been my, turning off the mics. Okay, the door's right there. Okay, and also I'm calling the police. Hello?
I think that Alix was too invested because obviously when she knew that Walter was old as fuck because she saw him, but she thought that was like her dad.
She thought that was the ghost of Christmas past. Yeah.
No, literally. And so when Josie told her that was her old ass husband, I think she was just invested in like, yeah, let's get rid of this bitch. Like, yeah. I want you to get away from him.
Yes.
But I feel like Josie, in her podcast episodes, when you listen to the audio and like the conversations that she's having with Alix, I feel like I don't know how to describe it, but
yes, queen.
I don't know if you got the same sense of she's making it more, not necessarily this part. I'm thinking of the part when she starts talking about her mom. Like, she makes it so dramatic. I don't know. Like, to me, when I was listening to it, I was like, oh my God, her mom's a fucking monster.
Well, as someone who deals with a lot of stories being told to her, I feel like it really felt like someone who is too, not thinking in a mature way, like too young in their mind, to not make themselves the center of attention in their own mind. So if someone were to, like, I don't know, crash into me, you might take it, or I might take it as like, oh my God, they fucking hate me. Yeah. And I felt it. Like, there was a certain sharpness to it. Yeah. They fucking hate me.
It was my elbow.
It was my elbow. And also my heart. Like, I feel like that was Josie. She didn't know, like, this entire story just was L after L for her.
And I do want to say, obviously this, I still don't like Walter, even when they tried to paint him as not that bad. Like, I don't like him. But I feel like when I was reading this book, I didn't doubt Josie at all in any of her stories until she started to take things from Alix. Dude, that girl went through her trash and was like, let me find something cute in here. Yeah, this magazine. this magazine, I'm gonna keep this as a little memento, frame it, and be like, when I was in Alix's house on that one Saturday,
the little piece of lint I picked up. Oh, Alix.
I plucked Alix's white hair that day. Oh my god,
we're growing together. So same, but like I said, I'm a naive bitch. I'm like,
no,
she's
I was
just a little
too.
lonely.
I was naive too. I really was rooting for her.
Oh,
the start.
Dude. And I think my first, I don't remember the beats. My first red flag about Josie was until a certain point where Alix became a little vulnerable with her, and she admitted to having marital problems. Specifically, Nathan likes to go on benders, and he will drink and not answer her and not come back until the next day completely like fucked up.
Like he blacks out.
Dude, that's so
annoying.
Oh,
I feel like Alix is too nice, because anytime that she would express this, she would be like, oh, but it's not that bad though. But it's not that bad. He comes back to me.
It kind of sucks though, because it also kind of feels like a point of like, well, we have 2 kids already in the house, and he fucking is so giving to me. So for me to just, walk out on that, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but like, I can see why she always tries to justify it.
There's a little fly in here.
Where?
Yeah. So when Alix shows this vulnerability to Josie's immediately like, well, you know what? Fuck men. Fuck men. You know what? If Walter died, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Would
right?
you give a fuck if Nathan died?
Would you give a fuck?
What? Would you get?
Oh, I would give a fuck. Actually.
Oh.
Actually, I would give a fuck. Oh, this is awkward.
Suddenly you're not a feminist.
She did say that, right?
She said she doesn't believe people can be feminists if they're in a relationship with a man.
Josie, what? Hello,
Josie.
Josie,
it's me, Cheli.
Yeah, she just really wanted that solidarity, which I can understand not wanting to be alone, because I don't know if you ever heard, when people get divorces, it's kind of like contagious. I don't know, like if you're working in an office, if one person gets pregnant, it's more likely for the other women to get pregnant too. Or if one is going to get divorced, it's more likely that other people get divorces too, because I feel like you want like the community, you don't want to do it alone.
That's so crazy.
So I think that's what Josie was going through. Like, she just wanted Alix to be pissed at her man too.
Dude, but my first red flag for Josie, because I was like, day one, Josie, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Was when Josie was like, Alix, what if no, it's Alix who's like, Josie. You hear the difference?
Yeah, I do.
I want to interview your husband. I can't speak it that long. I want to interview your husband, Walter, and I feel like it would be good if he came on the pod. And Josie was like, no, it won't work.
She said no because he likes to be private.
Yes.
And the reason that Alix wanted to interview him was because she wanted to get his side of things, right? Mm-hmm. After hearing about him being creepy when she was so young, she kind of wanted to hear like his side of things, like how it played out in his mind or whatever. And Josie said no. The only way that he would ever agree is if it was like a social setting
and there was a man there, because he's a man's man.
Yeah, so Nathan would have to be there, which is Alix's husband.
Yeah. And so
that was your first red flag?
They plan it, and first thing, Walter's over here eating fucking Gerber because he's old. So he's over here at home, and Josie's like, we're going to dinner. And he's like, hold on, babe. What? And it's like, yeah, we're going to dinner, and I don't want you to wear your fucking ratty ass clothes with your stupid fucking haircut, you old bitch. And he's just kind of like,
okay. Fuck.
Okay. Fine, whatever. And she's like, okay, you better not embarrass me tomorrow.
And she was like, go to the barber tomorrow or today. I don't remember when, but it was like immediately.
But it was funny because after the barber, he comes back and she's like, he fucking is like getting on my shit. He looks ugly as fuck. I told him to go and he looks fucking the same. Oh my God.
Like she thought it was going to be a whole makeup transformation. Like he's going to come back 40 years younger.
I hate it. So they go over to Alix's house and Nathan's not there. Dude,
this part was so embarrassing. Yep. I felt so embarrassed for Alix because she would frantically look at her phone, text her husband and be like, where are you? Where you at? Are you coming? She calls him and I think he does answer. And he's like, oh my God, I'll be right there. I'm going. Sorry, I got distracted by all these drinks.
My biggest red flag was Josie going over like, men, am I right? Dude, if I were Alix, I'd be like, you live here now. I'm fucking gone. Like I'm taking the kids. I'm leaving. Fuck you. I'm sorry. Your husband's old as fuck. Okay?
And it's so sad because Alix couldn't even say anything. Like, she was so flabbergasted because I think, men, but also, maybe you could have waited a little bit.
It's funny because in Alix's mind, she's like, how fucking dare she, like, put me in her circle? I'm sorry. Your husband's a fucking creep. Mine drinks sometimes. I get that's bad, but hello? Fucking hello? No. And he never comes. And
I did find Nathan very annoying though, because I was like, God damn, do you really need to drink this often?
Yes, I did find him annoying too. They end up leaving and before they leave,
Alix does get to talk to Walter. I don't remember why, but she was like, come here. Or do you want to see the recording studio?
Yeah. So
she takes him there and then she starts asking him questions. And through this conversation, Walter reveals that don't trust Josie too much.
Don't trust my Jojo.
Because she's not super honest.
And she tends to change stories. So just like she manipulated me, she is manipulating you.
Yeah.
Walter out. And he passes away. Just kidding.
Oh my God. Does he tell her about his family? Or do we learn it afterwards?
We don't learn about the family at all yet. So I do want to put a little pin. I'm sorry, a little one. Like a very little one. We didn't talk much about the mom, but the mom had been interviewed by Alix, and all Alix took from the mom is like, oh, she's a narcissist who drank during her pregnancy with Josie.
And smoked. Because she didn't know she was pregnant.
Isn't that like fetal alcohol syndrome?
And then she definitely resented Josie because her mom was on her way of, making it. Like she was going to graduate with honors and whatever. But then she got pregnant and she was like, well, now my life sucks and stopped because of you.
Oh, man. So going back to Walter, they go home. And as soon as they go home, Josie's like, you embarrassed me. You embarrassed me. With your fucking old ass.
And didn't she tell him, and I'm going to tell her the truth. I'm going to tell her what we did.
And it's just kind of like, Jojo, like you don't understand like the severity of that shit. And then she's like, you shut up. You don't talk to me. You P-file. And she keeps repeating it. And he's like, you're fucking crazy, bitch. You're over here telling me I'm... Hello? What about you? You're crazy. You're weird. You're weird. And you're mad. And she slaps him. Right? I don't know if this was the point she slapped him or if there was a point before. I think there was a point before.
I don't remember.
I do remember it hitting because as soon as the slap happened, it was before. The slap was before.
Okay.
It felt as if that happens often because Walter just got up and sat and was on his computer. Like pretending like nothing happened.
But at this moment, after the dinner, when she's yelling that he's a P-file, doesn't he tell her that he wants a divorce?
Yes. That it's not going to work with
and he's anymore. Like, you know what? It's not working out. And she loses her mind. But that's all we get to see of this moment. Because afterwards, she shows up at Alix's doorstep.
Wearing the same dress that she had came in.
And she's like, she has like a couple of marks on her, like hits on her, and she tells her that Walter hit her and that she's leaving him, but she just needs a place to stay in the meantime. And Alix reluctantly lets her stay there.
In the podcast that they're filming together too, she does bring up that Walter, and this was a little bit before, that Walter was horrible to her 2 kids. One of them had a defiance disorder, and the other one, she had a physical disability in which she couldn't eat solid foods, and she was just a little more like sickly. But the sickly one, her name was Erin, is the one that is a video game person, and she's just always in her room, never comes out.
She's always streaming.
And Erin, her name is Erin. Josie refuses to go into Erin's room because she's just not ready to face it. So she accuses Walter.
I think it was after. Because I think it was when she was staying at her place. I remember Alix being like, oh, well, since you're going to be here, we can record more stuff. And that's when she tells her more about Walter.
And she does say that there was a point where Walter, the kids got older. Roxy had a friend named Brooke, and Brooke and Roxy had a falling out, and because of that falling out, Roxy disappeared, and Walter took that moment to essay Erin, and it was just a constant thing that was, by the way she was saying it, currently still happening.
But she would say that she would wake up in the middle of the night and her husband Walter wasn't there, and she knew that he would be in Erin's room abusing her. But then she also mentioned Brooke, which Roxy is the other daughter that ran away, that he had a thing with Brooke as well. And I just thought this moment was crazy because while she's saying it in a very like, just like a matter of fact kind of way. Just like, yeah, that happened. And then Alix is so shocked. Like, wait, you knew that Walter was abusing your daughter, and what did you do? And all she did was, oh, I don't know, I just kind of like put my earbuds in and went to sleep. It's like, what? Even if, I mean, we could speculate if this is true or not.
Yeah.
But if this was true, this makes you look just as bad.
Yep. Because you're ignoring the problem.
Yeah, you're not
and
doing
you're over
anything.
here trying to be seen as a good. But she even says, like, I know I'm not a good mother. And it's like, okay, then what do you want me to think of you?
Yeah.
You know, you're speaking your truth, but that's disgusting. And then she even says, like, after that altercation she had with Walter and her leaving, she said, oh, I took Erin too, but Erin just went the other way.
Yeah, that Erin is staying with a friend.
And it's like, didn't you tell me Erin has a disability?
And then also, you know, she messed up too, which Alix didn't say anything about it. But do you remember when she was like, oh yeah, Erin texted me. And then in another moment she was like, oh, Erin doesn't talk to me. She never answers my texts.
Yes.
And I was like, wait, so what is it?
And then when she finally did mess up, like a big mess up, was when she was like, yeah, so I went home and Walter beat me. It happened at 3 a.m. And she was like, wait, 3 a.m.? So were you in your pajamas? And she's like, yeah, but you came to my house in your dress.
That you wore for the dinner.
But I changed. And it was like, no, that's not possible. You had blood on it.
Yeah.
And then I hated it because Josie's whole thing was like, well, what do you want me to say? And it's like, you're fucking lying.
And then also this is being recorded in the podcast episode.
Yeah.
And Alix plays it off like, well, I just don't want the viewers to be like, wait, there's holes in your story or you're telling lies. So can you explain like what actually happened so people aren't like poking holes in the story? And she gets so mad. Josie gets so mad. She's like, well, you know what? I don't even care. I'm telling my truth. And I don't care if people don't believe it.
It's like, bitch. Okay, whatever. So
I feel like Josie was very obsessed with Alix. Which I feel like Alix never really realized it. Like realized this obsession of hers. But I don't know if she like wanted her or wanted to be her or what.
Or both.
Or both, maybe.
It was fucking weird that the whole time she was a house guest, I think it was 9 days.
Yeah.
Alix had let her an outfit and she never changed out of it. Mm-hmm. She wore it every single day.
Do you remember her denim? Her denim obsession? All she ever wore was denim. Her bag was denim. Her
dog was denim.
Her bows were denim.
Oh my God. Also, another red flag. If you bring your fucking 2-inch Pomchi to my house and he fucking shits all over the floor, hell no.
Oh,
Leave.
yeah.
Because she was, I'm sorry. Oh, there he goes. Freddie. And it's like, hello? No, that's so fucking shitty.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
Thank you. I love that dog. I fucking hated that dog.
Yeah.
It was both. I want to take a moment to say I am so obsessed with like the pacing of this story.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was experiencing it. Like I had heard a real life news story and I'm over here Googling it, watching videos, hearing interviews. I felt like that.
Dude, me too. And it definitely felt like one of those Netflix documentaries that I've seen. I was like, whoa, this is juicy. I'm in this story.
Dude, it was so good. So I was super in it. And I think the turning point was when Josie was asked to leave Alix's house.
I thought that was so fucking funny because I think Alix had 2 guest rooms. And Alix didn't know how to kick her out of her house. So she told her, well, my sister, my one sister is staying over for the weekend. So, it's time for you to go. But then Nathan is like, no, like, so why don't you just invite your other sisters? And so now all of the sisters are coming, which I think was just 2, but they have kids.
Well, the reason there was only 1 guest room. But remember, Josie was snooping the house and she found a pull-out couch and she's like, oh, thank God I don't have to leave.
Oh, dude, she was so confident that she didn't have to leave.
That's crazy. Dude,
she was
Josie?
so delusional.
Oh, my God. She was driving me crazy. By this point, I wasn't I wasn't in Team Josie.
No, me neither.
I was off. I was like, I never believed you 1 second, bitch.
I'm naive, but not that naive. Get the fuck out of Alix's house.
And she's all like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, it's okay, queen. It's okay, queen. I'm here. I was so like, fuck, Josie's crazy. And Alix is not doing anything. She's like seeking validation from this woman. And I was scared that this story was going to lead to Alix being like, no, I need Josie.
Yeah. You know what this book reminded me of that I thought was going to go in that direction? Have you ever seen the movie? Oh my God. The Roommate?
Yes,
it's super old.
Yes, the one with the college roommates.
Yes, and then she gets the same tattoo that she has, but it's like a tribute to her sister.
To her sister that had passed away. And oh, dude.
I literally thought that's where this story was going. I was like, oh my God, she's gonna be so obsessed with her. She's gonna like kill everybody in her life.
Dude, and I was so fucking worried because what we had known about Josie being a mother was that she sucked at it. There was like a moment in her life where when her kids were in primary school, Roxy and Aaron had gotten into an altercation at home. And I guess Roxy broke Aaron's arm. And the whole time when this was being brought up to the family, the dad, Walter, looked super concerned. But Josie was just like, I don't give a fuck.
She's like, okay, and?
Yeah, what do you want to do about it?
My problem.
Sorry, my arms are fine. Dude, that's like that. And so when she started talking to Alix's her son, I was like, fuck.
I know. I was like, leave that poor boy alone.
And I fucking hate this shit too. Because like the thing with parents, I fucking hate parents. No, I don't like it when what parents seek is like that, like just 1000% nurture. Like, oh, you got a little boo-boo. And it's like, he's 7. Like, he's growing up. Please don't. Like, I understand nurture is a very important thing. But nature is also a very important thing. And she coddles too much.
Yeah.
And I think, and I mean, the book says it too. What Josie seeks is like validation and to be everyone's like, everyone wants her. And that's fucking crazy as fuck. She wanted that from Alix and clearly wasn't getting it. She said she had it with Walter, but it just fell apart. And then her kids, she would talk about them when they were younger and how they were so cute and loving, but then it all changed. And I'm over here eating this shit up like, oh, Josie, you really went
poor
through that
Josie.
shit.
Poor Josie.
But she was getting crazier and crazier.
So this whole time that she's been staying with Alix, I knew Walter was dead. I was like, that bitch is dead.
I knew it too.
He's dead. Because even Alix was like, well, when are you going to talk to Walter? About what? Talk to him about what? What do you mean?
Well, I'm fine.
But then,
aren't you going to reach out to Aaron? Why would I?
Why
Oh, there was a conversation point where she was like, shouldn't you talk to Aaron? And she was like, no.
she's better off without me.
Yeah, she'll probably find her way.
How old is Aaron supposed to be?
20 something.
Okay.
18, I think.
Okay. Well, so she's been kicked out. And I think it was actually Nathan who told her the bad news that the whole family was going to show up. And so, there's no spare beds for you.
Yeah.
And she was kind of just like, oh, okay. And then doesn't she snoop? Well, when doesn't she snoop? But she was snooping in their bedroom. And then she finds
Like a card with cocaine on it.
Yeah. And then she was thinking to herself, I fucking knew I didn't trust him. I knew I didn't trust him.
Never trust a man. Mm-hmm. So she's like, I'm okay with leaving because I know exactly what I'm doing after.
Mm-hmm. And then she takes like his business card.
Mm-hmm. So there's a little mini interview that happens in between these chapters of this one lady named Caitlin. And she said that she had met Josie in her job. And she was telling Josie like, yeah, I'm an actor, but I'm still trying to find like, jobs. And she was like, well, I have a job for you. And it pays a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And Caitlin was like, I'm in. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. So the job basically was Nathan was going to go on one of his little benders again. And
they're like daily, I think.
And Josie, who has now left wearing, I think, Alix's clothes, her sunglasses, her makeup, crazy. Mm-hmm. She's over here like, okay, Nathan's going to go on a bender and I'm going to have Caitlin flirt with him because, I love Alix so much and I just want to support her and be there for her.
Yeah, she wanted to prove to her that he can't be trusted. Given the opportunity, that man will cheat. Which, can I just say, I found it so icky that before he left and he was with Alix, she was like, can't wait to see you tonight, babe. Get here early if you want this. Get here early.
And they hadn't had sex in 2 months, right?
Yeah. And I was like, okay, it's so gross that you have to like try to seduce your man to get here at a good time. Like, that's weird to me. I don't know.
I was under the assumption from like the first time that he was kind of, feeling her up at the beginning of the book, that he was cheating.
Oh, same.
It kind of just felt like it. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't cheat.
I feel like
that man. You think he did?
No, I don't think he did. But then they gave a reason as to why he always went on these benders, but I don't remember it because I thought it was stupid.
Well, the reason was because he's had a hard life, and I think his brother died early. And it's just so much pain in his
therapy.
life.
Go to therapy.
Well, people cope in different ways. So I'm.
But like, how long are you gonna do?
Grief is different for everyone. Nathan just needs a few shots in him.
But why does the wife
a few hundred
every night? But why does his wife have to deal with this?
I'm not saying she should, but I kind of see where they're going with this because this family is so dysfunctional. But they're not murderers. Like, they're not over here killing.
You mean Alix's?
Yeah, Alix's family is dysfunctional. It's a family that is, if not helped soon, will fall apart. Because even Alix says it like, I feel like even if I hadn't met Josie, I would have eventually divorced Nathan. Mm-hmm. And maybe in the future, well, not anymore.
Oh my God. You really just skipped.
Sorry, I forgot.
We're not there yet, but that's funny.
I just feel like had things been differently, she would have eventually divorced Nathan.
You think so?
Yes.
I feel like she was too comfortable. I don't think she would have divorced him because he literally wasn't cheating on her.
No, he wasn't. He actually really cared about her. And it was funny because he was really drunk and he's like, guys, you don't get it. I gotta go home. I'm gonna go have sex with my wife. For the first time in a long time.
They're all like, wow, so happy for you.
Another 20 shots. So then
Caitlin shows up.
Yeah.
In this bar. And she strikes up a conversation with them. Everyone's super polite to her. And Nathan is nice to her, but he doesn't like overstep any lines or anything.
No.
So it's later on revealed that what happened that night was that the friends just left
Yeah.
Nathan with Caitlyn, which I was thinking to myself, damn, these are bad friends.
Mm-hmm.
But are the rules different for men? Like, is it different? Because girls, girls good friends wouldn't leave their girls alone.
No.
Especially
and also,
drunk.
That gives the implication too, had something happened, would they have said nothing?
Probably. I don't think they would have said anything. So then what Caitlyn does is she takes him to a hotel. I'm just going to say it from what we know. And he's like, no, where's Alix? Where's Alix? So he was not going to cheat on Alix with Caitlyn. But Caitlyn thought that he was a serial cheater. And she thought, I'm doing this for the girls. I'm doing this for her.
So he was telling Nathan, like, I'm texting Alix right now. Like, she'll be here soon.
But she was actually texting Josie.
Yeah.
And Josie was telling her, I'll be there soon.
Dude, I was scared that Josie was going to take advantage of this situation.
Well, we don't actually know.
She could have.
We have no idea.
Oh, dude, that's disgusting. She kidnaps Nathan.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to speed along because we've been talking for a while. She kidnaps Nathan, and then there's this whole search for him, but Alix is already like, I feel like he's gone. Like, I feel like he's passed. And everyone's like, no, you have to have hope, whatever, it could be different. And so she takes this moment to be like, I need to know more about what happened. And I think the moment she connects it with Josie is when she's told that the hotel he stayed at was paid under the name Aaron Fair, which is the name of Josie's daughter with a disability who should not be able to do that.
And then also, didn't Josie leave her like a voice? I don't remember if it was a voicemail or a letter, but she left her something that was like, oh, it wasn't supposed to get this far.
It wasn't until Nathan died where she was like, no, you have to understand that wasn't my intention to kill him, but he just like kept talking. So I may have dosed him a little too much. But like, you have to understand, I did it for you.
Like, she didn't want to kill him allegedly, but it was an accident.
And it's funny because Josie's like, and you might hear things about me soon, but none of them are true. And I know you won't believe them because you know the truth and you know me and we're so much alike.
Love you, birthday twin.
Love you, birthday twin. Bye. Mama.
Yeah, so they find Nathan's body. He's gone. How did you feel?
Dude, I knew Josie. I knew I couldn't trust her. I knew I could. Oh, also, after going into Josie's house, they do find dead Walter
in the bathtub.
Yeah,
but didn't explain. Stop.
I'm sorry, I wanted to make a joke, but I was like, no.
They didn't explain how he died, or I don't remember if
he was
they
stabbed.
Did. Oh, JK. They did explain how he
was
died.
stabbed, but then in the room, Aaron's room, she was in the closet, tied to like a baby's chair, and she she knocked herself down to the floor, and she had been in there for 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah,
because that's the span of time that Josie was with Alix, and the only reason she survived was because there was a mop, a dirty mop that had water still on it, so she was sucking on the dirty mop water to stay alive.
So sad. I felt so bad for Erin. So she's in the hospital, Erin. And then I think at this point, Roxy is contacted. I don't remember.
Well, Roxy comes back because she hears the news about her sister, because she still follows her sister on, it's called Glitch. It's Twitch. She follows her sister on Glitch. I love that. And she, Alix is contacted by the detectives and is like, hey, there's a girl named Roxy that wants to talk to you.
Well, but what we see first is that they're interviewing her, and she's just like, my mom having friends? That's unheard of. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then they tell her, well, she's on this, she's with this podcaster, making a podcast together. And she's just like, oh, I need to find this girl immediately.
And Roxy fucking spills the tea. Roxy says that her life, although not perfect, is not what her mom said. First of all, Walter was not just a random construction worker. Walter was dating Josie's mom, Pat. And it was a pretty nice relationship, may I say. he was still married to that other woman,
Mm-hmm.
but they were in a relationship. And Roxy mentions my mom, I think it's Roxy or Pat who mentions, like, she just would take what she wants.
I think that was Pat, because I remember they interviewed her again and she basically exposed Josie, and she was like, no, you don't understand. That girl is not right in the head. She doesn't understand boundaries.
And although I don't agree with what Walter did, that's still gross. It's still disgusting. You need to understand that it happened because Josie wanted it to happen. And it's just kind of like,
Did it?
I think so. I think I'm never going to agree with what Walter did. But I do think that Josie has this thing about her where she's just so pathetic.
Oh my God.
No, but she's just so, like, you look at her and you want to help her.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
like a little broken bird.
Yeah. Dude.
That part I'm still not sure about.
Okay. Well, hold on to that. Hold on to it.
I'm holding.
Okay. The other thing that is exposed is that whole Brooke thing. Anytime Josie would talk about Brooke, she was like, she was a family friend. Her and Roxy were best friends. We all loved having her in the house. And Roxy was like, no, my mom hated her.
Yeah, because I was with her romantically.
And my mom didn't know that, first of all. But my mom also didn't like when any of us liked each other. Mm-hmm. Like, she would sit me and Aaron down and tell us, well, your dad before this would beat me. And so would your grandma. She would beat me. Mm-hmm. So you shouldn't like any of them. And you're not allowed to spend any time with them. And then Roxy even talks about, I used to be homeschooled, but she wouldn't do shit. I would watch TV all day. And then she would do fucking nothing. And when my dad would come home on the weekend, she'd pretend that she had been teaching me the whole time. And she told me that if I ever told my dad, he would go back to his other family. Josie.
Josie.
My girl Josie. Jojo. Jojo. Oh, I miss Abby. From Dance Moms.
I've never seen Dance Moms. Anyway, back to JoJo from None of This Is True.
Okay.
So Roxy basically reveals a lot. And then when do they find Brooke's body?
It's not until Alix is like, hey, Roxy, big fan. Your mom also left this bloody ass key under my bed. Do you know what it might be to? And Roxy's like, well, we used to have this like little storage unit. Like, it's like a little garage that's close to our house. Sorry, our flat. And it's like, oh, well, like, do you use it often? Where is it? It's like, it's just right there. It's like right next to us. And when they go in, they find Brooke's body still in her prom dress. And it's so sad because they describe when they touch the prom dress, it disintegrates like a butterfly's wing.
So sad.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
So when Erin wakes up, I feel so bad for her. She's just so sickly. And she's having like, oh, where is everyone? What's happening? Yeah, and it all just
comes back to her. The way that the audiobook did her voice, that she was too sickly to really like speak in a normal tone, that she would have to whisper. Wow. I felt like I was like right next to her.
Dude, I know. But Erin reveals to Alix, like, I saw my mom kill Brooke. And she did it because she was angry that Roxy ran away. And Brooke was like, you're fucking angry that Roxy ran away and you're blaming it on me? Look in the fucking mirror. She hates you, bitch. And Josie slaps Brooke. And Brooke's like, that's the reason she hates you. Thank you for giving me a reason. And then there's sounds of choking. And Erin is too scared to leave her room because she's scared it might happen to her. So she hears her mom kill Brooke. Mm-hmm. And after this, it goes to the moment right after Alix, Walter, and Josie have that dinner. And they come home and Walter and Josie have that talk. You embarrassed me and whatever. And she hears both of them fighting. And that's when Erin comes out and she tells her mom, like, oh, Erin comes out and Walter's already on the floor dead. Mm-hmm. And her mom's like, whatever, he was old anyway. Like, it doesn't
Like,
fucking matter.
I did you a favor, honestly.
Yeah. And then Aaron was like, but you were calling him a pedophile. It's like, well, that's what he was. And she was like, oh, then you're just a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then that's when Aaron gets her gaming remote and starts hitting her mom. And that's why she had all the marks on her face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so, dude, this story's so good. I honestly, I knew that this story had a very special place in my heart, but I feel like I'm living it. I feel like I'm right there. I hope I'm not right there, but I feel like I'm Alix's third cousin and I'm hearing about this on Facebook or something.
Uh-huh. And you're just like, damn, this tea is piping hot.
Dude.
And really depressing.
Yeah, dude. I was like, Josie, I was on your side. I gave to your GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
I was surprised that Josie was able to just go away. Like, nobody spotted this bitch in none of the train stations.
I mean, she didn't have her dog anymore. She gave it to a stranger.
Yeah, because the dog was really gonna out her. It's like this big.
And she ran away and she took Aaron's money because it's revealed that Aaron's dad was not abusing her. Mm-hmm. He would go in there and he was part of the glitch streams.
Yeah, he would play with her and people really liked him. And so she took the money, and I remember that because Alix wasn't posting these episodes until after Nathan's death. And I think somebody reached out to her. I don't remember who it was, but someone reached out to her and was like, hey, let me help you compile everything and we can, like, you know,
well, she reached out. She reached out to someone who's known for making crime podcasts.
No, she reached out to someone that she had on her podcast, the Successful Women.
You're right.
And I don't remember what her successful story was. She did explain it, but I don't remember it. Mm-hmm. And she helped her out, and
it was her story about a man dying in her life, and it was like, move on. Right? Was it that one? Well, whatever.
I don't remember. Yeah. But then after that, her last episode, she said that she had never heard from Josie after that whole thing that I said about I didn't mean to do it.
But it was so funny because at the very end it's just Alix and she's like, this goes out to Josie, who I know is listening. Never fucking consider yourself a victim. Never fucking say you're fighting our team and our fight, like women's fight or a feminist, whatever, because you're not. Because it's just you and you're all alone and you're basic and you're fucking stupid, you bitch. Have a nice life.
The basic must have really hurt her, I think. I was like, damn. After you called her pretty.
No, you're basic.
But then it cuts to the end, which is Josie. I don't remember where. No, she's somewhere.
She's in a train.
She's somewhere because I remember she was listening to two women talking about the Netflix episode about this whole situation.
Did you watch the Hi, I'm your birthday twin?
Yeah, like, can you believe that she did all that shit and then she got away with it? Oh my
days, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that happened, and she was listening to them, and she had the pendant still, because she would steal everything, and there was this one pendant that Alix had that she would always have on. It was, I think, a bee.
Yeah.
And now Josie had it, and she was just like kissing it, thinking about her, you know, good thoughts. And I think it was at this moment when she was like, you don't understand, Alix. You don't know the truth. The truth
I never told you.
The truth is that I wasn't the one who killed Brooke. It was Roxy. Roxy was the one who killed her, and then we covered it up.
And I hated it because she was like, I may not have been a good mother. And honestly, there are points in my life that I may not have been that honest about. But what I am honest about is I do what I need to do for the people that I love. And what does that make me? And the chapter kind of ends, and I'm over here like, bitch, am I Team Josie?
Wait, after everything?
Am I back in?
Because she does, I'm pretty sure she still reiterates that she never meant to kill Nathan.
Yeah.
She accidentally gave him too much of what, I don't even know what it was. I don't remember. Was
Me
it like
neither.
a tranquilizer?
I think so. And she never brings up killing Walter.
Well, because why would she?
No, but then it's kind of because it makes you think like, okay, she didn't bring that up. She confessed to the one she already talked about. And even the other two ladies that were talking, they even said, isn't it kind of sus that both of the sisters are just a little weird? Isn't that a little sus? They like bring that up. And I'm just kind of over here like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, the sisters are weird. And like you said, Roxy had gotten in trouble for a violent outburst. So.
So I'm over here like, okay. I'm just going to hold on to that. I'm going to hold on to that.
And throw that shit away.
Oh, this is revealed in her letter, right?
It's, I don't remember if it was a letter, but it's like the last thing.
It's a letter that was only given to Alix.
But Alix never commented on it.
No, because I think it's assumed that the final page is Alix finding the letter. Like, it's just her opening it and reading it for the first time. And it just ends there. And if I were Alix, I don't think I would have posted this letter. No. Because then it kind of makes the whole world sway in the, never mind, Team Josie, you know?
You know what? I never distrusted her.
I thought it was funny when Josie was like, hello, Alix. Basic bitch, really?
Really? Out of all of the insults you could have said to me, that one hurt the most.
You've called me a murderer. You've called me ugly. You've called me everything. But a basic bitch? A basic one? I wear Gucci now, sweetie.
Yeah. I don't even know where she is, though. I don't remember.
She's in like the other part of London.
How big is London? I have no idea.
I don't know. To that palm tree, huge. But the end. And if you listen to the audiobook, right after she reveals that she wasn't the one that killed Brooke, allegedly, the audiobook immediately goes, this was just, none of this is true. By Lisa Jewell. And I'm just like, fuck, if it's not true, then am I lying? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I literally thought, I mean, this still is a mind fuck, obviously. But I honestly thought that at the end, it was going to be like Alix orchestrating all of this. I don't know how, but I was like, oh my God, what if Alix is just lying to me? And this isn't actually true.
I was scared that Alix was going to get to a point, because I don't know if you remember, there was a point where her and oh my God, what the fuck is her name? Her and Josie were talking, and Josie was like, Alix, would you be happy if
for a cup of tea?
Would you be happy if your husband was dead? Dead. And Alix is like, me a lady? No. I actually fucking...
End of sentence right there.
I actually fucking love my husband, so I wouldn't... And she's just kind of like...
Are you sure you love him?
But I fucking love this part because she just goes, oh. And Alix immediately is like, there's a part of me that feels like I need to please Josie. Like, I hate that she didn't give me the validation, like, that she's happy with my comment. And to me, that point felt like, I feel like Alix is it's going to flip. Like, Alix is going to be like, I need Josie in my life.
Yeah. I feel like it should have gone that way. Well, that route.
We just kind of talked about this like it was cheese, man. But is there anything that you wish had been done differently?
That, like, literally what you said. I honestly thought this was going to go in the direction where it's like, okay, Josie can't be trusted. Don't trust that bitch, whatever. But then at the end, maybe it being revealed that Alix was the one who planted more. You know what? Nathan was mean to me this time, and this time. Knowing that she had power over Josie. So Josie was, feeling heroic and was like, you know what, let me save my best friend who's gonna save me with this podcast.
I don't know if it's my age, but back when I was just an annoying little teenager, I used to love unreliable narrators.
I think
now
you literally said it last time.
I am a different person now. It's been days.
Okay.
I just feel so unsatisfied not knowing at least a little bit of truth. I want to know.
But I feel like, okay, what do you think happened to Brooke?
I feel like it was Josie.
Okay.
I feel like Josie lied the whole way through.
Even until the end.
But I do think that Josie believes it was Roxy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Josie being born I'm assuming, being born with fetal alcohol syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
One of the symptoms of that is having very intense behavioral issues. And I feel like with that, she also just has like no understanding of the world. So to her, it's like, I'm the main person. I may have killed her, but it's okay. And then she'd be like, well, no, I killed her for my family. Oh, no, wait, I actually killed her for my family because Roxy did it. Yeah, that's what happened. Mm-hmm. And then because she says it so much to herself, I feel like it became her reality.
Yeah.
Because how can you continue a life knowing you did that?
But,
you know?
Why would she leave the key? That's my only thing. Like, I can see Josie killing Brooke, but why would she leave the key behind?
Yeah, because she wouldn't have forgot it. She took everything else.
I think she left it purposely, intentionally. Like, do you think she just wanted to sensationalize this even more?
But I feel like she didn't know how big it was going to get.
She knew. She was like, these bitches are going to eat this up.
I don't know. I didn't even think about that. But I feel like if Roxy had done it, there should have been a bigger reaction. Mm-hmm. But also, if Roxy didn't do it, she also would have reacted like, what the fuck is that blood?
But don't you remember when Josie told Walter, I'm going to tell them the truth? Don't you remember how pissed off he got?
And he got scared because he was like, no one's going to understand. And that was right after a conversation where they were like, do you ever think about Roxy? Mm-hmm. And then she says, I feel like I'm going to tell her the truth. And he was like, no one will understand.
Yeah.
Fuck,
so dude. I'm so confused. I feel like this can go either way because I don't trust Josie. But like in this one thing, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it was Roxy. Maybe Roxy's like her mom.
But I feel like so many lies, like, are like, that's the character. She's just full of lies. Mm-hmm. Even if she tells the truth, I'm like, bitch, you lying all the time. I don't know. I don't know what to believe.
I don't know. I'm just conflicted, but I like the idea of it not all being Josie. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, no one in this story is perfect.
That's true.
She may have been a murderer, but who knows about everyone else? They're just as fucked up as her. Because they also, even if they hadn't done anything, they also didn't do anything. Like, exactly. They let her continue to be like this. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I feel like there was more with Aaron than everyone was letting on.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because it always talked about like the creaking of her seat. Dude, I thought she had a secret baby in there.
Dude, I thought that was Brooke in there. I was like, okay, no one's coming out. No one is checking on Aaron. That's not Aaron. I really thought that was not Aaron. But I mean, she was a streamer, so.
I really hate, though, at the end, I will say the one thing I did not like, when Aaron, Roxy, and Pat, the grandma, are just like, we're all together and we're a happy family and it's always been like this. And it's like, bitch, you let Aaron live in there. You're the grandma. You could have gotten her.
Yeah.
You could have done something.
But also, Pat wasn't a good mother either because she didn't want to be a mom.
But why did all of a sudden at the end she seemed great?
Her third eye opened. She was like, you know what? Motherhood is where it's at.
At the age of 72, I think I'm ready to be a mom.
Me as fuck. Oh my God.
Oh, dude.
That's hilarious. I don't know, but I thought this story was so fucking juicy. I
kind of ate this shit up.
I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, yes. Oh my God, Josie, stop embarrassing me, bitch.
I know, Josie. Well, she's not one of the girlies.
No, definitely not. But
do you think Alix is one of the girlies? Because she shouldn't have let this go on for this long.
No, definitely not. But I think she knew that this was going to be juicy and very successful, but I don't think she knew that she was going to be telling the crime that occurred in her life, which is unfortunate. But I did feel really bad for her because she was really mourning her husband, Nathan. And then I thought it was so sad when everybody was like, yeah, he would never cheat on you. He loved you. Never once would he cheat on you. Even Caitlyn, the actress, was like, no, he had no interest in me. He loved you till the end. I couldn't imagine being this actress and then being like, hey, you want to talk maybe
know
discuss
your husband's kind of because of me. But you gotta admit my acting was kind of slay.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm so pleasantly surprised with how much I like this book.
yeah.
I thought I was gonna hate this shit. I'll be
Really?
honest with you. When I started it, I was just kind of like, where the fuck is this going? This is so cringy to be like, you're my birthday twin. I was so confused.
When I first heard about this book, I didn't have much expectation, but this is not the direction I thought it was gonna go.
And I will say, because we're not filming in bulk currently, we're just kind of going as we go. I did not read any synopsis or anything. So going in blind, this fucking scared me.
Yeah. What part scared you the most, would you say?
Anytime it would do the podcast and it would play the little
It gave Twilight vibes.
I know.
The Twilight song. I was
That's
like, oh my
what,
god,
dude.
it's a Twilight song, but scary.
But it's funny because I would hear it in 2 times speed. So it was like, and I'm like, oh, yes, bitch.
You're like all dancing.
And then it would really get me when the characters that were being interviewed would talk, and then all of a sudden their voice would like crack, and they'd be like, "I'm so sorry."
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just like, oh, like I don't know, because I was like, "Oh fuck, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen."
Yeah, I know it got me too.
I don't know. It was just so good. It was so good. If I had a Josie in my life, I wouldn't have a Josie in my life.
But what if you
Thank
did?
If I had,
How would you know? Because Alix didn't grasp the obsession that she felt. Because even when she realized that Josie was stealing her shit, she was kind of just like, oh, well, that's a little weird.
I feel like if I had a Josie in my life, I would, as much as I would say like, I cut that bitch off, I feel like it'd be so hard.
I think so too, especially, well, it's different for Alix. Because don't you remember when Alix, I forgot what situation it was, but somebody was like, oh, I saw your friend. And she was like, oh, she's not my friend. But for us, I think we'd be like, yeah, she's my bestie.
That's my bestie right there.
Just 2 Pisces. Just like, she's my bestie.
Okay, wait. I have a question for you. I have a little scenario for you.
Okay, go.
Let's say you met someone and she is just the greatest friend you've ever met. Get me out of your mind.
I was going to say that. I was going to be like, impossible. I already have her.
And you're just like, wow, we have so much in common. I love texting her, love hanging out with her. At what point would you be like, wait, this kind of crosses a line?
Well, I think it really depends, because for me, you know me. This is going to be a confession session, okay?
Wait, for between us or for them?
For everybody.
Okay.
Everybody involved. No, I think you know this about me.
Okay.
Because you're the same. I'm not a really good texter.
Same.
In the sense of, I will get back to you. It's either I'll get back to you in a minute or 24 hours. Or maybe 48. I don't really know. It really depends. Because sometimes I'm like in my head.
Yeah.
And in my head I responded, but I don't respond. I've had situations where people will get so fucking mad at me, like to the point where it's shocking to me if I don't respond to them. And I'll give them the benefit of the doubt where it's like, okay, I do it enough times where, yes, I agree, it is annoying, but also, why are you so angry at me?
Yep.
I don't know. Like, to me, if you're that hostile towards me, it just turns me off. And I'm like, no, this is crossing a line and I can't handle this.
I think for me, because you know me.
I know you.
You know me, and it's different. So this doesn't apply to you. But for someone who doesn't know me, I don't like it when people try to psychoanalyze my family dynamic.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So what Josie was doing with the whole like, men, am I right? If someone walked in and said some shit about my family.
Dude, I feel that too.
I hate that.
Because for me,
the only person that can talk shit about my family is me. No, I would. I'm kidding. But you know what I mean? It's like hearing someone else say it drives me insane.
yeah, because sometimes you're just venting. You just want to vent just to vent. And it's like when someone, I don't know if you probably have had the same situation where they're like, you know what? Yeah, fuck that person. And I'm like, whoa.
Hold on.
Hold on. I was just venting. Your job was just to listen, not
No,
give input.
Don't agree with me, but also don't disagree with me.
Just shut up.
And you get it. You get it because, like, with both of us, there's that middle ground where we're just like, yes, man.
Yes, I agree. But also, don't hate them. Thank you.
But it's because we've known each other for, like, what, 14 years now?
Yeah.
So it's different. Mm-hmm. So that to me is a lot. Because I have had friends in the past who are a little too comfortable with my family.
Oof.
And my family's very reserved, but we're very close to each other, but we've always just been reserved. So whenever, like, my friends would go up to, like, my parents and be like, hey, Dad. Oh, hey, Mom.
Yeah.
No.
Well, your dad does call. He would call me Mija. So I was like, whoa.
So my dad loves you.
We're
different.
Mija.
It was funny because I've only ever
had. I'm just kidding.
I've only ever had 2 friends who my parents have liked, and it was you and my middle school best friend.
Really?
And I remember my mom loved my middle school best friend so much that when because she would come over to pick me up at like 7 a.m, and then we would walk to the bus stop at 7:15.
Yeah.
But then my mom was like, Mija, come early so we can make you breakfast. And her parents, who only spoke English, were friends with my grandparents who only spoke Spanish. So she would walk and my grandparents would be like, hey, like, how are you guys?
Oh, that's cute.
So, like, anytime she would come over, which was every single day, they would make her breakfast every single day. And then there was that whole middle school time, I would spend every single day of the summer with her. And our parents would always make food for us, depending on who was where.
That's so sweet. I feel like my parents are too reserved. I mean, same as your parents. So I never really felt like I wanted to burden them with another mouth to feed.
Dude, I didn't want that either, but it just became a thing.
No, but I mean, that's sweet though.
Yeah, but I feel like now, after that, it kind of just like, you know, your friends are your friends, you know, but you were the only exception where they knew you by name.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Which is so funny.
You and our shared friend Melissa, because they would call her the girl with the huevos, because she always gave us eggs.
That's so fucking funny.
Oh my gosh. But yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, well.
Anyway, about murder.
back to Josie. So, I'm trying to think. Do you feel like she was lying at the end then?
I can't tell. And I think that's what makes me angry.
Oh, so this is the story where you're suddenly not a fan of
I've never been a fan of unreliable.
Yes, you have.
I've never.
Literally, I think the last episode we filmed, you said, I love unreliable narrator.
I lied. I'm lying right now. No, it just makes me so angry because I want to know. It's like the chismes right there. And I want to know so bad.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I need to talk to the author.
The chisme is still so good. She probably would not tell you.
Oh, she needs to. Well, okay, to the author, Lisa Jewell. Find our email. What's her email?
You can find our email, thebookfixpodcast@gmail.com. Please let us know
how it
the
ends.
truth. Just title it The Truth. And that's it.
And just be like, she did it, bitch. And send it.
And that's all I need.
That's all I need.
She did it or she didn't do it. Tell me. Let us know down below. Thank you.
What would you do? What would you do if she did tell us? Do we just live with that truth? Oh my God. I would go crazy.
I wouldn't tell anyone.
You know what
Lisa,
I would do?
trust us. I wouldn't tell anyone.
Lisa, if you tell us, of course we won't tell anyone. Secret safe with us. We wouldn't even tell anyone we know. But I would want to print that email and put it in a manila envelope. The truth.
And then if we get other authors to tell us the truth, that'd be just so
everywhere in this
be
web.
sick. Yeah, in this web of life.
Lisa, be the first.
Start crying.
I feel so strongly about this.
I'm so glad you liked the story though, because I was worried you weren't gonna like it.
Why?
You didn't really seem like you wanted to listen to it.
Well, as you can tell, I'm really tired.
I can't tell.
So,
You're glowing.
Queen, that's so nice. I think I've gotten like 3 hours of sleep.
Oh,
I think
fuck.
in total this week I've gotten like 10 hours of sleep. So I'm kind of dying right now.
My God.
But this brought me to life. I'm breathing again. I was so here for this shit.
Yeah.
And I will say, overall thoughts, even though there are parts that drive me crazy,
Yeah.
and even though I don't like all the characters, I can even say I don't like most of the characters.
I can't even say I don't like any of the characters.
I hate this book. Even though that, I feel like this story is so fucking just well constructed.
It's so good.
Dialogue is so good. The whole
experience is so good.
I recommend the audiobook completely. I would give this shit a 5 out of 5.
Oh my God. Me too. This book was so good. I was so obsessed with this audiobook.
Oh, me too.
I was like, injected it to me, please. I need this shit.
I was in it too. I would answer. I would also sing that ooh hoo hoo, dude.
It's all scared. You're like shaking in your boots.
Dude, it would just scare me when I was at the gas station because
I get it.
I was just alone, and then I would like turn on my car and it would just blast the ooh. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh shit, I'm so scared right now.
Oh, dude. And I drive when it's really dark at night. So.
Oh, dude.
Josie's out there.
Just waiting for you.
Oh, dude. 5 out of 5 book. Spot for you, Lisa. You just have to tell us. You just have to tell us. I just want to know. I won't tell anyone, I promise.
I won't tell anyone either.
Stop, she won't believe us. I won't. It'll be between me and Yajaira in the late hours when we call each other and are just like, can you believe that shit?
And then we're going to reread the story and deconstruct everything.
But we won't even say it like on the phone because uno nunca sabe. So like,
one never knows.
Yeah, so we'll just say it like
here
to each
in
other.
the comfort of
put away the mics, put away the camera. Yeah.
The spider won't even be here.
I know, we'll get rid of him.
The spider behind us. If you're not watching our video, that won't make any sense at all. But we have lights.
You know what's kind of funny? I like how we always go, we're gonna decorate all out, bitch. And I love him, but he's just kind of a little guy. But I would die for this little guy.
He's huge. What are you talking about?
I love him.
We're talking about the spider.
Oh, I know what to name him. His name is Bofi. Bofi's nuts. We can't be Bofi. I just thought about it. Fuck. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. You ruined it.
We said that if we ever had a fan base, we'd call him Bofi.
Yeah.
But it's Bofi's nuts.
Bofi's nuts.
I just repeated it because I hear it at work sometimes. Fuck. Boofy.
What exactly does Bofi's nuts translate to?
Thank you. Good question. Bofi's nuts fit in your mouth. Thank you. That's the fucking shit I hear. You've never heard that?
I'm not around kids.
Dude, they're so fucking disgusting. But they'll just be like, "Oh, did you how would they say it? You know Bofi? Do you know Bofi?" And they're like, "What? Bofi's nuts fit in your mouth." And then all the boys, "Oh, you got him." And I'm just like,
what if we call them the BFs?
the BFs? No, I feel like that's too basic. I liked Boofy.
Boofy's too romantic. Like, you're my Boofy.
What if we call them...
Well, the spider, I named him Spam.
That's so cute.
Spam the spider.
That's really cute. I didn't know. I have a little name tag. I'll bring it tomorrow.
Oh my God. Okay, so we both gave it 5 out of 5. Anything else you want to say about this story?
No, I think we're good. But to anyone listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars, because that makes a huge difference. And honestly, if you do that right now, it only takes a second. It would be amazing.
And it really helps us out to be more recommended for other people.
Yeah, that would be great. And if you want to leave us a comment or a review, you could recommend us our next read. We currently are full for spooky season, But we are accepting things in November, so give us those Thanksgiving romances.
You're so ready for romance.
I am craving it.
Yeah?
I'm craving it, dude.
Although I would really like us to do like a Christmas horror.
Oh yeah, also fuck Thanksgiving. So don't do that. But
Okay, Thanksgiving horror. Like the movie, did you see that one?
which one?
The Black Friday one? But it's titled Thanksgiving.
No.
It was so good.
Show it to me later.
Okay, well.
Okay. But that would be amazing. If you want to support us and you have a little bit of money, what can they do? Yajaira?
So we do have a Patreon, and at the moment there's not a lot on there. It really just serves as a way for our listeners to let us know that you really enjoy our content. You can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, then you can find us on Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix, or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can if you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we post every Tuesday and Thursday, that would be amazing. If you want to follow us on social media, we do have a Goodreads, Instagram, and a Threads at The Book Fix Pod, as well as a TikTok at The Book Fix. I am trying to post more. It's so hard.
It really is.
So I wish you guys can see into my brain and just see how much shit I have to do every single day. I'm trying to post. I really am.
And I appreciate you.
I appreciate you so much.
Your content is so good.
Your content is so good.
Thank
you. Those shorts that you have posted so far of the book that we did last week, which was The Cemetery Spot. Phenomenal book. No, but dude, we were so fucking funny.
Dude, I have timestamps of other things I want to clip, but I don't want to like overload it.
When you're editing, because when I used to edit, do you laugh?
Yeah, dude. The last one, I was dying. When we mentioned the faja, I was dying. And I had to explain to my fiance why I was laughing so much.
That's so fucking funny. I think we should read our reviews of these books. Not our reviews. We like to read reviews off of Goodreads, a positive and a negative.
Which review do you want? Do you want a positive or a negative?
I'll do a positive. I feel like there's just too much negativity in my comments right now. In the comments I've been reading, I feel like I've only been doing negatives.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 out of 5, queen. Dana gave it a 5 out of 5 and wrote, OMG, dare I say this may just be Lisa Jewell's best book yet. I'm a huge fan and have read 11 of her books so far. This was just wow, so twisty. The characters are chef's kiss, dark and complex, just the way I like them. Let me be clear, this applies to fictional characters only. Haha. Love that, queen. The storyline pulled me in and I found myself invested immediately. A true crime podcast? Amazing. That's all I'm going to say in regards to the book. I didn't even read the synopsis before requesting, just knew I needed it. If you enjoy books about dysfunctional families with questionable characters and unreliable narrators, add this to your list, or better yet, pre-order.
Okay, so this review comes from Lucy. They gave it 1 out of 5 stars, and they said, victim blaming a 13-year-old described as allowing herself, quote unquote, to be groomed by a 40-year-old man, and in fact the aggressor, never refuted by other characters or narration. This said P-file described at the end as, by some accounts, even a bad man, but a good father to his children. Just ew. I was really hoping this wasn't the attitude we were going to end up with at the end of the book, because it was very readable with an interesting format. I feel like this could have been done just as well without this awful attitude.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Watch me shotgun this shit.
Go, go, go. Chug, 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 chug.
No, I'm nervous.
Oh my God. Are you like buzzed yet? Or do you need like another one? Do you need
maybe like another 2?
Another 2?
Maybe 3.
Shotgun both.
I know. Just open them both. Put them in my mouth. I could do that shit. I could shotgun that shit.
Yeah?
I could do it right now.
You just fucking pass out. Mid next episode, you're just like I passed out.
I know I'm wearing the same things except I'm like completely red. Well, I don't know if this is a noir episode. I think you look amazing. I just want to say.
Oh,
I don't think this needs to be a noir episode.
Well, it might be a noir episode. I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't wear my sunglasses.
You did in the first half.
I did.
But I'm not sure. It could be.
It messes with the continuity.